What is up, lovers of budget cars and bikes? Welcome to the channel and another review. You can tell it's another tech review because we're on the blue tech mat, as it were, as we're now calling it. Anyway, some of you will know we've got ourselves a lovely little EV now, the MG4 EV, which we're in the middle of kind of rebuilding after it was crashed into something it shouldn't have been. And I know that it's got Apple CarPlay, but it's wired, as in you've got to connect it via your phone to the system, as it were, to get that to work. And I didn't really want to do that, so I kind of considered getting an Android Auto Apple CarPlay wireless kind of setup when Carluex actually reached out to me, coincidentally, and said, "Hi, we've watched your channel. Would you like to review one of our wireless Apple CarPlay Android Auto units?" And I'm like, yeah, for sure. And they sent this out. I have no idea what's in the box, obviously, as you can tell, because this is the way we do things here on the channel. They send it and I'll unbox it right in front of you and we'll find out together what's in the box, as it were, how to fit it, what it looks like, real world in that regard, live fittings, if you will. So the first thing we're going to do is get this little package open, find out what they've sent us, and then I'm going to get out to the MG, which is still kind of almost in bits, but it's got enough electrics working that we should be able to fire this into life and find out if it's any good. Should you get one for your car if you want wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, as opposed to having to have all these wires everywhere. I mean, you'll still have to have a wire from what I understand, because there's a little module inside that takes over from where your phone would normally fit, and then you can just keep your phone in your pocket kind of thing. At least that's how I understand things. Anyway, enough waffle. Let's do the quick intro, get this open and find out what we get. Okay, so that is the contents of the package. I wasn't expecting to see quite so many things, to be quite honest. I was expecting the little box with the kind of module, I guess you'd want to call it. This is the Carluex Pro Plus 2.0, the most modern version they do in that regard. And up here we've got some other bits and bobs as well. Looks like some leads and instruction manuals and a little remote control as well. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. You can actually use this remote control to type things in, I believe. But it will all become more apparent as we start unpacking things. So let's get into that. Okay, guys, that's what they've sent out. As you can see, there's the remote control I was talking to you about. That's going to be for searching, I'm assuming, that kind of stuff, because this will obviously play a myriad of different apps as well, including Netflix. You've got the Play Store, you've got YouTube, IPTV, Disney, TikTok. It says get access to 10,000 plus downloadable apps. So I guess if you're looking for a certain app, the remote control there, because as you can see, it's got a little keyboard on. You type in using that. That might be simpler than trying to do it on your phone, I guess. Nothing else around the box, really. Qualcomm 8-core CPU, OTA updates. I mean, it says upgrades, but I'm assuming updates is what it actually means. 512 gigabyte storage. That's if you're going to put your own card in, I'm assuming. I'd be very surprised if they're going to include a 512 gigabyte SD card in there somewhere. Dual screen display, front and rear, which basically, from what I gather, means you can use this 4K 2 meter HD TV to micro for your screens in the back of your car. So in other words, this won't just connect to the front screen, the infotainment screen on your car. If you want to, you can connect it up to the screens for the kids in the back headrest as well, which is kind of cool. But there's actually only one lead. I'm assuming that's going to be kind of like just going across the center console, as it were, down the side past your gear stick, as it normally is, and then into the back of the headrest. But as I said, only one side, so you'd probably have to get two of those if you've got two kids. That's the main connection lead there. You've got a couple of adapters there as well to suit your ports in your car. If you don't have a Type-C, if you've just got the normal, and if you've got the micro, it looks like they've covered you for that as well, so that's kind of cool. There's a magnetic holder as well, which I didn't realise they were going to send out. That's kind of nice. You just pop that in there, which means this will then obviously hold on to this, which we'll have a look at in a minute. We'll get this remote control opened up and see what that's all about. And there it is. That is your remote control. And on the back of it, as you can see, you've got a QWERTY keyboard, which is kind of cool. So you'd effectively just type in what you're looking for, i.e. TikTok, Netflix, whatever app you want to download. And that is the remote control user interface for this unit here. So you've got your power on and off, left, right, up, down, home button, back button, etc., etc. So I kind of feel I like that. That's kind of funky. Not seen anything quite like that before. That's the remote control. There's obviously a rechargeable unit because you can see you've got a Type-C charger there to charge it up, and they've given you another adapter there as well. Well, let's have a look at this little magnetic car holder bracket here as well. Get this out of the box. Now that is kind of cool. We like that. There's kind of this brushed aluminium look here. It looks like what you would do is clip that into a vent, perhaps in your car somewhere. I mean, you could put it anywhere, but it's designed by the looks of things to go into a vent, and then obviously you'd have it like so, and this would then magnetically hold on to there. I like that little concept there. I've not seen that before. Right, so those are the accessories. Let's get this bad boy out. As you can see, when you open up the box, you get this little card here with the gold embossed lettering, quick start guide. It's going to be a very, very quick start guide by the looks of things. Sorry guys, I'm trying to do this one-handed here. And there it is, the world's quickest start guide, 1 and 2. That's it, basically. Connect the Carluex to the car's USB and connect the Carluex Pro to the internet, and you're away. So I'm assuming this needs Wi-Fi to download things. That would make sense, of course. You'd create a Wi-Fi hotspot on your phone and download through that, or you can obviously just sit in your driveway and use your home Wi-Fi and download it that way, and then it's there for when you want to go out and about. But that is the unit. Let's get all this gumph off of here for a sec. And there's the star of the show. I like that, actually. If you look at the size of my hand, it seemed like it was going to be a lot bigger when you saw the box, but looking at that, if I can just put it in the palm of my hand, it's not very big. I like that, and it's incredibly slimline. There's the connections there, of course. You've got a TFT slot there for your micro SD card. If I turn that around, you can have a better look. The SIM card as well. Okay, so it looks like you can actually use a dedicated SIM card here as well to download stuff from the internet. I'm assuming you can use the Wi-Fi. We will find out. And there's your charging port just there. You've got 2 of those. Not much to say on the back, a little bit of ventilation, obviously, in case it gets a bit hot. I don't imagine it would do, if I'm honest. But yeah, nice little unit. I'm assuming all this lights up when it's got some power. There's no power button. It obviously takes its power directly from the 12-volt battery as an ignition feed. We will, again, find out when we get it in there. Let's have a little look at this magnetic holder again here a sec, guys. So there's the magnetic holder, and there's the back of the unit, and we should get a click. Okay, that's interesting. It doesn't seem to be very magnetic, does it? We will endeavour to find that out, but that's the first little query, I have to say. Yeah, not very magnetic, is it? Interesting. All right, let's get this out to the car. I'll download some apps, and we will find out exactly what this does. I'll show you it in the car working, and then we'll do the closeout portion of this video, and I'll let you know how much it is, if there are any discount codes, whether you should buy one, if there are cheaper, better options, or if this is the one you really should be looking at. It has got some incredibly good reviews, but as always, I will give you a 100% honest review. Even though it's been sent out, full disclosure, it was sent out to review. I'm not going to get swayed by that. This will get an honest review, as all our products do. All right, again, enough waffle. Let's get out to the car, plug this in, see what happens, see if we can work out why this is not magnetic. All right, let's go. Okay guys, just before we go out to the car, I have worked something out. I didn't look in the box properly effectively. You get a couple of these 3M kind of cushions, I guess you'd want to call them, for want of a better word. And then you've got this, which is a Velcro affair to attach it to something in your car as well, if you prefer. There's 2 of those, as you can see. And then there's this, the magnetic disc, which would make a lot more sense. You just peel off the back, stick that on there, and then as you can see, that obviously is magnetic. So if you don't want to use the magnetic thing, it's not always there kind of clacking into everything that's metallic in your car. So that would make more sense, wouldn't it? All right, anyway, as I said, let's get out to the car, get this fitted. Okay guys, so we are in the MG4 as promised. That is our current kind of infotainment screen there. We've done a whole series of videos on the MG4 and the infotainment screens, as we have 2 here. And I wanted to obviously get this Carluex Pro 2 sorted out in here to show you what it can do on top of your infotainment screen, as it were. Not specifically for the MG4, but if you've got an info screen like this in your car, then obviously we can now go through and see what this Carluex can actually add to that. So what we've done is plugged it in to the USB port underneath there. There's the Type-C that will fit into the phone to get everything underway. So bear with me and I'll see what I can do. There's the box up there. We're just, for today's purposes, we're going to plug it in up here. Me personally, I think I'd leave it down here somewhere to keep it out of the way, because I don't see why it needs to be there. Because if you're going to run the wire up through there to plug it in there, it almost takes away from the fact that you're trying to kind of get rid of all the wires. For me, the idea is that I can get wireless CarPlay without the wires, if that makes sense, because the whole, I mean, the clue's in the name, wireless. So if you've got this bloody great wire here, all wrapped up round here, going into here, you might as well just use your phone, hadn't you? Or am I just being stupid here? Anyway, I'm going to plug it into here, as I said, for today's purposes, just to show you, you know, how it works. We'll pop up into the screen and we'll do a first start. Now, remember, guys, this is a video based on how you will probably end up doing this. We've not really reviewed these kind of products in the past, but it is car tech related, so I thought I'd give it a go. Because, as I said, the the SE that we've got doesn't have wireless Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. It's wired, and I don't really want the wires up in through here and all that kind of stuff. On the Trophy, that's a wireless pad with wireless Apple CarPlay, etc. But on the SE, it's not. So if yours doesn't have that, this could be just for you. Right, let's plug this in, see how we get on. First play, and as I said, this isn't a professional necessarily tech review for wireless Apple CarPlay. I'm going to go through this as you would. We've unpacked it. I hope you've seen that part of the video already. This is the first plugin, and this is exactly what you will see when you buy one of these. All right, let's get into it. Well, as I thought, guys, we needed to be connected to something at least, so I've connected up to our home Wi-Fi for the minute, and there is our kind of sat-nav. Let's have a little look at the lag on here. I have heard it can be a bit laggy. Well, that's not too bad, I have to say. I don't really have a problem with that. That's not any worse than any of the others I've seen. Zoom out. Oh, God, crikey, where are we? There we go. Zoom out. I imagine it's a tap to zoom in, is it? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's the maps. Obviously, you would use that as you would use your maps in any other kind of situation. I'm not going to go into the updates now. Now, this little button up here will take you back to home, or back, as it were, as you can see there. This looks like a widget. Maybe you can move this about. No, maybe not. It would have been nice to see that move. Maybe you can move. Yeah, there we go. Just pop that over there for a second. Hoping you've seen that. There's our contacts, obviously, because it's connected to the phone, I'm assuming, is it? Did we connect it up? I'm not entirely sure. We'll have a little look. Say allow. Okay, well, there's nothing in there, basically, because I haven't connected it via Bluetooth to my phone. We're just basically going through the little box at the moment. You've got YouTube, you've got your YouTube Music, your phone, your maps, your Play Store. Now, as I said, this is a standalone kind of device, unlike a lot of the adapters, which will just allow your phone to connect to your kind of media center, as it were, to give you Android Auto without having to plug it in to the car. You plug the adapter in and then connect via Bluetooth to that adapter. This is, as I said, a standalone kind of thing where you get an absolute shed load of apps by the looks of it. It looks like it should go up and down. Oh, well, yeah, okay, there we are then. That's what that's all about. We will connect the device in a sec. I just wanted to show you what's happening here. There looks like you can change your wallpapers maybe here, but there's nothing seemingly there. What I imagine you do here in this instance is you would go to the Play Store. Oh, well, we don't want that. Let's get out of there. This is kind of useful here, actually, because we can get straight back to home. What I imagine you would do is go to the Play Store within this center here, and then obviously you can download all sorts of other apps as well. I'll connect the phone up in a second. I just wanted to see what's going on here. There doesn't seem to be a huge amount, to be honest. Nothing coming in from the left or right. Let's hit the home button. Home button takes you straight back to maps, which is, I don't know, it's a bit weird, isn't it, really, when you consider? You would have thought it would have taken you to the home button. Anyway, let me connect the phone up via Bluetooth, guys, and we'll get on from there. All right, so we are now connected, as you can see, mobile device Dan's S25. So what I want to find out is where all the apps are, because, oh, here we are then. Okay, so, well, yeah, there's quite a few, aren't there? Prime Video, we've got YouTube, Maps, obviously, Hula, YouTube Music. We've got a GPS test, which is always useful. There's the Play Store I was talking about before. Disney Plus. Software updates, there's more. There's Netflix, there's HBO. As I said, this is a mini computer basically, and the Carluex Pro 2. It's a mini computer, unlike just normal adapters. You don't get all this with the normal adapters. I don't think you get the Play Store per se that you can sideload stuff onto. Yeah, I like this. I've got to say, like this. Settings, what can we do in here? There's not really very much going on in settings, to be fair, but we've got KK Box, whatever that might be. There's Ways there, which I believe is a map section. What this is actually doing up here by the looks of things is you press that and then you can add stuff to these kind of favorites, which is kind of cool, I suppose, just for today's bit of fun. We're going to put those in there. So I've decided to put settings into there. I wonder if you can change that afterwards by long pressing on it. Oh, right. Yeah, you just long press on it and it's gone. What else do we want to put in here just for fun? Yeah, there we go. Just for giggles, as it were. And I think you can probably add a bit more as well if you wanted to. Recently used apps are down there. There's your music if you were using it via Bluetooth. Now, if I press the home button, it takes me straight back to maps, which, as I said, is a bit weird for me. I don't understand that. Control center, what's that about? Okay, no SIM card, because they do give you a SIM card as well if you wanted to use it that way, so you can get mobile hotspots. There's the Wi-Fi we're connected to at the moment. There's the wallpaper settings, which I think we've already looked at. Can we just go back? Okay, so we have to go back to the homepage. Okay, well, we'll exit that. Okay, well, now we've exited the whole system. That's kind of useful. So how would we now go back? Unplugged it and plugged it back in, basically. If you press exit, then it takes you out of the Carluex Pro, which I guess is a good thing, because if you've got this set up to auto connect, as it were, I'm sure there's probably a way of doing that. We'll have a look in a sec. But if you've got this rather set to auto connect to Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and you don't want that, you want to just get out of it, you can just press exit. But I don't think I'd want it to go straight in there every time, if I'm honest. We're back in, obviously, as you can see, and it's taking its sweet time about connecting to the Wi-Fi again. I'm hoping it's not going to be a case that, oh, well, there are our widgets. That's what I was looking for just now. Okay, that's simple enough. As I said, guys, we do this literally live. So, I just find that a better way to do things. Is that going to do anything else? Oh, right, so you just, yeah, okay, well, you can see what I'm doing here. I'm not sure what the suitcase is. Oh, don't tell me. Maps. Okay, brilliant. Seems like they really have focused on maps for this kind of thing here, as opposed to anything else, plus all the apps, of course. Now, Netflix, we are connected to the internet, so let us get into Netflix. Let's have a little look. As I said before, guys, in the test room, you can actually use the HDMI leads to connect screens into the back of the car for the kids as well. I'm not sure whether that just piggybacks, as in mirrors, this screen here for the back passengers, or whether you can set it to only do the back passengers, because I think that would be safer in some respects. But there's your Netflix. Doesn't seem to be any lag there at all. That's kind of cool. What else? Let's have a little look. Let's get back out of there. And let's try YouTube while we're here. See if I can find my own channel. That'd be interesting. See how it comes out through the speakers, etc. Alrighty, it wants me to sign in. I don't think I really want to bother to do that, if I'm honest, guys. I mean, YouTube is YouTube, isn't it, really? I don't know what my YouTube password is, if I'm honest. So I'm not going to do that. Prime Video will be very much the same, I'm assuming. That seems to load a little bit quicker. YouTube was a bit slow, to be fair. Netflix was super quick, as you saw. Prime, yeah, okay. I imagine this will be like the first starter. Once you've signed in with your account, then it's fine. It just, it'll be almost instant in that respect. Okay, so how do we get back out of there? Oh, there's our little widget there. So let's press the home button. So that's it. That's your interface for your Carluex Pro 2. I like this. I've got to say, I really do like this. You can see everything that's going on. You've got thousands of apps potentially, because you can obviously just download stuff via the Play Store. Wonder what LED does. Oh, okay, so you can make it different colors. So if I wanted it to be pink or yellow, let's pick yellow. Okay. And then we'll get out of here. Is that going to change it? It didn't seem to change very much. I'll have to play about with that. Anyway, guys, that has been the Carluex Pro 2. I really hope this has been of some help to you guys if you're considering getting a unit like this for your car, like ours, the MG4 SE, that doesn't have wireless Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. This will mean basically that we can just pop this in there, and we don't have to connect our phone up to anything. It just basically does it via the box, which we can stick down there under there somewhere. I'm sure there was a way to get this to auto start, but I cannot seem to find it. If you've got any clues about that, guys, just drop it in the comments section, or if I find it, I'll stick it in up here. But for this, the Carluex Pro 2, that is it. That is a quick overview, unboxing, and what it does. It's not cheap, but you're not just buying an adapter. You're buying a dedicated Snapdragon-powered little AI box. So I think that's kind of where the money is going. They're about 150 quid. Yes, I know, big gulp, but there's always going to be discounts. Check the description box below. If we've got a dedicated discount code, I'll pop that in there. If you could give this video a like, a share, a thumbs up, consider subscribing. Really, really, really appreciate that, guys. We're doing more and more kind of car and bike tech these days because it's the winter months, and that's just the way things go, isn't it? But for budget cars and bikes, that is the Carluex Pro 2. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it's been of some help. If you've got any help for me in regard to what I've missed out on here, drop it in the comment section. I'll take a look at that and I'll reply to you pretty much same day. But from us, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Take it easy. Thanks for watching.